Starting the camera. Get in frame. Kid with mustache.
Kid with mustache. We met this guy.
So, this is the only human that was at the open mic who was unfortunately a Washington fan. And did you know that there were Native Americans reaching out to the organization saying they want the name changed back to the Redskins because they felt like they were being represented then, and now they're not.
It's kind of interesting, isn't it? How
it's also, no one cares if you're fucking winning, bro.
We don't win. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem. Dude, I love Sam Howell. I really believe that he's probably one of the best young quarterbacks we've got going. He's been the most sacked quarterback. He's been sacked 20 more times than Daniel Jones, and Daniel Jones is just a broken shell of a man.
And who leads the league in passing.
Oh, yeah. Also, pass attempts and a million other things. They're just beating the fuck out of this guy, and he's trying. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a big Sam Howell guy. As a Washington fan, I'm going to be honest. Also, I'm going to make a note here. I didn't know I was going to be on a sports podcast. That's kind of cool.
Well, I mean, your comedy career has been... Tell me about the taint.
The taint?
Did you just break something?
No, that fell.
Fuck.
One of these fell off.
So we're all on the Stone Snail Productions podcast right now, but tell me about the correspondence between taint... We got to move this. The correspondence between taint and fertility that you have... No, don't go through mail that is illegal.
It's my mail.
Don't throw his mail on the ground. The pillow is impeding us interacting.
Guys, welcome to the part of the show where we go through someone else's mail. Commit a felony.
That was John Impetore's bait mail.
If only enough people watch this, then I would get trademarked by that. I've been playing Steady Mobbin as an outro in my audio podcast every time, and I'm just waiting to get the trademark call so I know someone that matters is listening.
I kind of love that. But you asked about the taint, so we're just going to call this kid Long Taint.
Long Taint.
Those who know. But, yeah, we were at work one day, and we were just shooting the shit and talking about Joe Rogan's podcast, and happened to have this lady talking about taints and fertility, and this kid decided that one day he was going to go into the bathroom with a measuring stick and actually measure his taint. Turns out it was kind of big, though. He had a big old taint. It was almost, I think he said it was like close to 4 and 2.
Now, how do you feel about the blue-collar work environment? Do you feel like it's much more freeing and you could never see yourself at a fucking office job where you're standing by the water cooler asking this dude about these fucking kids doing gymnastics and shit?
100%.
Like, I love my fucking job, and I love the fact that any person in that building, up to the owner, go fuck yourself. I can tell them, go fuck yourself.
Well, I can't say that to the guy that owns my company.
You can't say go fuck yourself, bro. Like, get out of here.
Nice.
I mean, but you can look at Pornhub at work and stuff like that.
I would totally do that on the
exactly.
on the clock on the shift.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the point. You know what I'm saying? I remember the first day I walked in, this guy set up his computer on his desk and he said, "Let's see if the internet works." Bang, hub, right there. And I was like, "Wow, this is what."
That might not happen.
This is an American job. It's nice. Yeah.
You're not doing it on your computer.
Yeah, I guess we're old-fashioned.
We have to do VPNs at our work.
VPNs?
Yeah. We do government shit.
Yeah, imagine being in a free country. You know, John? This is great. You got a pack of cigarettes and he's off screen. It's awesome. Okay, can you tell me how long have you done comedy?
About a year. Should I come sit over there?
About a year. Do you want me to move? Do you want this seat and I can move?
I want to take this recliner right here.
You want to take this recliner?
Can we adjust the camera?
Yeah, I'll pivot. I got you.
Ooh, anyone want some 12-hour-old coffee?
I love
nothing better than having a semi-drunk with a lot of old coffee.
No, you know the one thing that's really dangerous?
It's room temperature right now.
It's really dangerous when you're drinking is a glass of water. Like when you just throw that on top of all the liquor in your system, it would make me vomit without fail. No,
well, I mean, at least it's. You know what I do when I need a puke?
Yeah.
I just chug water.
Because your body rejects it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like...
Well, even if I puke, I've already lubed up the tube, you know? That's why, like, if you gotta, like, puke, and, like, it's like when I need a shit in the morning, but it's, like, feeling a little stuck. If I just drink a bunch of coffee and...
Nicotine makes you shit too, right?
Oh, yeah, dude. I always tell my friend, I'll be like, can I hit your vape so I can lube my poop chute?
Yeah, because I remember... So vaping does it too. Because I remember in Prison Break, they were trying to force this guy to shit because he needed pee and they were trying to get it out of his body. And so they put dip in his mouth and like duct taped his mouth shut so that he would have to swallow the dip.
That's kind of why I put like 2 Zins in and chug my coffee at 10 o'clock brew.
Do you gut the Zins,
don't you?
Yeah, buddy.
You love Zins.
Do you gut the Zins or do you spit with it?
I've had a Zin in for the past hour. You didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Fucking Zenicinos,
Maybe
baby.
the double deckies.
Double deckies.
Yeah,
Right now I got a
just-
single decky in, but
Have you ever done chew? I feel like that's the only tobacco
I started with
like that
Coach.
doesn't get. It's Redman Golden Blend or something. I remember I had to buy that.
Dude,
for something
I don't
because
like
was
that
older
stuff.
than
It
my
tastes like
friends.
licorice. It makes me want to gag.
I
I
hate
started with
mixing
Coach
up
straight.
I hate licorice as a whole. I just
I'm
don't like
generally-
that
I'm
fucking
not
shit.
stuff.
Dude, you know what gets me is the commercial that like I see on Instagram every now and then. It's like, you hate licorice? Well, you haven't tried ours. I'm like, nope, still fucking hate
No,
it.
that goes into my hater bit I did today, where it's like every time you try and say, "Hey, I don't like something," someone wants to be the person that converted you. They want to be like, "Yes."
Yeah, no.
It tastes like black liquor. Oh, fucking Jägermeister.
Oh my god, it's
Oh,
disgusting.
Black licorice, dude. It's the worst.
I have a buddy
know.
that always wants fucking Jaeger
I'll
bottles.
never-
I can't
Yeah.
stand him.
Yeah, one
I
of my
won't go
buddies-
out with that guy.
Wherever he is, he'll just grab glasses anywhere he is and just like start making Jaeger bombs. I'm like, and he's like, got 3 of them, and he's like, who wants one? I'm like, none of us. No one wants this. And he's like, you're gonna make me drink all 3? And I'm like,
Well,
dude,
since you
you're bored.
insist,
Yeah,
I'll take all these Jaeger bombs.
I'm like, well, I don't want you to waste it now. Like, I got to.
Fuck,
But
I
like,
bought it.
No, I'll never forget. I was like
so bad.
16, and we had this older person that was kind of eccentric go in to get liquor for us, and he was like, we asked him for, you know what I'm saying, your basic back in the day, MG 4040s or Mad Dog 4040s, some shitty wine, Smirnoff Ices, something
That's
easy to
brutal.
drink, and he says,
Four Loko.
yeah, and he says,
Dude, I miss the old
and,
Four
and he
Loko.
just comes out of the liquor store after he gave him like $60. He's like, nah, nah, I got you guys. I didn't get you what you asked for. Handle a Jägermeister.
Oh,
right
no.
there, bro. Just literally ruined
It's like
the entire.
worst.
He should
Uh,
pay you to drink that. Like,
You should-
nobody drinks that
Yeah.
willingly. That's awful.
No, all I could do is just
People who
kick
hate
him out of my
themselves.
car at his house and
It's-
try and sell the Jägermeister to someone else that was a man that could actually drink it. You know what actually means
I
hunter?
used to fucking.
I think it means hunter in some weird language.
I
too.
used to fucking when I was in
I
college.
speak German, but I don't know.
When I was in college, I didn't have money for
He
like.
gets.
I didn't have money to like go buy booze, so I would drive my friends with fake IDs to the store,
Mhm.
and they would buy me Four Locos as payment.
Did you think those were like the original Four Locos that they said would
No,
kill
I knew
people?
they weren't, but
No,
I
I
would.
had those.
Yeah.
I would get
those are
fucked up
real,
the
bro.
same because I was small. Like I was even smaller than I am now,
Yeah.
and like I would get fucking wasted. But I would always like rip 2 shots, and then I would smoke a bong twice, and that's just like sets me up for the night. You
Yeah.
know?
That'll get you
That
going.
lubes up the poop shit. Let me
I
say
know.
that.
Wait, so neither of you had the original Four Loko?
I'm
I mean,
too-
have you ever?
I'm old as fuck. I probably tried it, but all I
I mean-
remember is getting halfway down and then vomiting.
You've ever done like
profusely.
2 lines of coke and like 3 shots?
I didn't like snorting things.
I
always-
mean, it's not much different.
I've always been congested. I've always been congested, so it always
Oh.
felt like it was more like I'm inhaling snot than anything. Like I'd have to.
You know the worst part about having ADHD? Coke really doesn't do much for you.
Really?
That's why I don't do it.
It
not
was
worth it.
nah,
It's so boring to me. I get tired.
yeah, I was trying.
Yeah, it's same. I have the
No,
same problem. Like, why
it's
am I
so
doing
annoying.
this?
I was trying to do a bit that was
It
if
does,
Coke
it's
was a
not.
decent drug, it would be a prescription. The pharmaceutical company would have been like,
No,
"Hey,
it's
we need
like-
to sell this."
It's not. It's overrated. Like
Yeah.
I've tried it a couple times, and like it's not
You know the problem is,
the hype.
you know how like you get it like, you smoke a lot of weed and then like it just doesn't do enough for you. Our
No.
parents did so much. Well, like
That's
you
right.
can get it. Well,
You hit a shelf. I
Yeah, you
experienced
hit
it
a
with
shelf.
alcohol, where you're drinking and you keep drinking, and I'm like, I'm at the same level of drunk. I'm not transcending to the level I once
Well,
wanted.
where I'm going with this is, our parents did so much coke in the 80s, we were all born with like a fucking tolerance.
Ooh.
Like it doesn't bother us.
I
I guarantee you, our parents did so much coke
Oh,
in the 80s and
yeah.
the 70s.
No, yeah.
Like,
Even
it
the
doesn't even
most
bother us.
timid people were always just racking lines everywhere you look.
oh, dude, it's hilarious.
But again, it's not a fun drug. I was never excited about it.
But I don't
was
think
on
it's
my
fun for us.
hands and knees crawling to the bathroom here one night, and I was just like, I'm gonna die.
This is not fun.
I was like, I was like, I called it to my roommate, and I was like, be a man.
There it is. That's masculine. That's masculinity
And I
right there.
crawled
Man
back
up.
to my room. I grabbed my pillow and my blanket off my bed and dragged it to the floor, and I just slept on the floor next to my bed.
Even the best case scenario with doing cocaine was a circle of people all talking annoyingly, like very intensely, and not listening to each other, just waiting for their turn to scream whatever they're saying.
So right now,
And then, no, but wait. As long as we don't make plans to go golf at 7 a.m. in the morning the next day, that we know we're not following up on.
It's just a weird thing, man. It's a hell of a drug.
It is.
Dave had it right.
Ecstasy's better. But
Dave had it right, though. It's a hell of a drug, but it's just not for everybody.
Dave Chappelle. I'm Rick James, bitch. Nah, is
You know
Wayne
what?
Brady gonna have to slap a bitch? Is the best one?
Oh, that's such a good one.
Yeah, go ahead though.
Check
Joe.
yourself, fool. It's Wayne Brady, son.
No, and he goes up to a prostitute like she's an ATM. Give me some money.
Yeah.
Dude, one of my favorite lines ever is, "What did the five fingers say to the face?" What? Slap!
Okay.
Fucking just wrecked it.
But no, I'm sorry. Go
George,
ahead.
I think it was George Carlin who he was like, cocaine's a hell of a drug. You feel like a new man. The only problem is that new man wants a line of cocaine.
Oh man, he was great.
Yeah,
But
he was,
so you started a year ago. Was it because people harassed you to do stand up, or did you yourself have the urge?
I wanted to do it for years, but
Yeah.
I was living in Vermont, so I had nowhere to do it.
Yeah, you would have to do it to trees and or
Yeah.
fucking deer.
Yeah, to deer, but they would always run away.
I
before
thought
could
there-
finish the joke.
Like, there's nothing like that out there. There's no like art
Just,
scene or fucking cool people.
There was like, I don't know, it's a weird mix. I'm having poker, but it's a weird mix of people, because like, my high school was like preppy kids, like rich kids,
Yeah.
and then there was like the hippies, who like had money but they acted poor, you know.
Yeah,
My
exactly,
last roommate,
like-
yeah,
Yeah.
that kid
Yeah.
sucked.
Yeah.
And then there was the rednecks who like they would have like dirt floors and they'd be like it's refurbished.
Yeah.
I-
Barefoot on them. You know what I mean?
Hey, don't talk
Like the-
bad about me.
The people
I'm
that
not.
actually.
Dude, I love the rednecks.
Dude.
I would smoke at their house. I smoked with this one guy at Treyu, and he was like pure redneck. Like I told him
Yeah.
I almost hit a deer, and he goes, "Oh man, you should have hit it. I would have come by with my truck."
No, my favorite
I've done
thing.
that once. I dead ass true story. I did that once.
Really?
yeah,
No,
I took
did you-
roadkill.
But it
did,
was.
did you get the meat off it?
Yeah, we ate that shit.
My
like
boy-
an hour later.
You didn't get sick?
No, my boy last
Fuck you.
year, driving through Narragansett, saw a dead deer on the side of the road, throws it in his trunk, and brings it home to his roommates. And all of his roommates are like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? What are you doing with this?" And my boy was a little drunk too, and it was like a bloated deer carcass. Like, it was not worth it
See, like
anymore.
ours had like we had watched
Oh,
it
was-
get hit. Like it was fresh kill.
Yeah.
Like we just cut off the bad meat where it got hit. It got hit in the hindquarters.
That's
and
not
side to
bad
side.
meat. If it got like, what is the
Dude,
car?
dead
Are
ass.
you scared of the
I
microplastics of the deer from it getting hit by a
Dude,
Hyundai
I was,
Santa Fe?
I was in 8th grade in the hunting club and we were with my teacher. I was down in Virginia in high school. It was hilarious.
I love
Hunting
how
club in
sweet-
eighth
I love
grade.
how like
Yeah, good old humor.
pure and sweet. You just said, yeah, it just got busted in its rear end and snapped its lovely old neck.
I'm not a city folk.
And God gave me a gift that day,
I'm not
and it
saying
was
we're
that
good.
deer
I'm
getting
from
fucking
the-
murdered.
I'm from the middle of the woods.
Dude.
We used to, my school is like an hour drive away.
Mhm.
If you went off the road, there's no service. You just wait for a truck to show up.
And hopefully not murder you.
Yeah. Well, no, they
That's
don't.
kinda
Everyone's
right.
really nice. In
Yeah,
Vermont.
I
Then you
know
offer
this
to
stuff.
pay them, like the custom in Vermont is like you offer to pay them.
And
And
then
if
you're good.
local, they'll just be like, no, thank you. But like they won't accept it. But like just offering it.
And so, leaving Vermont, did you come to Rhode Island for a reason, or specifically to do stand up?
I came because of college. I was a part of a nonprofit in
Yeah.
Rhode Island called. Did you ever hear Be Great for Nate?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No,
So-
it's like kind of near Quinnipiac Island. I see a
It
bunch
was,
of people
yeah,
with that
it's
shit.
from Portsmouth.
Yeah.
So Nathan, who it's about Nathan committed suicide. He was my cousin, and like we were fucking. We started a nonprofit about suicide awareness.
I love that.
It's getting a little dark.
No, this is actually kind of
But-
positive. It's more
turned
like
into a positive. You turned
It
into-
did. We
no,
got,
like you're trying to help.
we got a law passed and shit, which is like nuts.
What's the law? What's the law that you got passed?
It was called the Nathan, Bruno, and Jason Pack. Act.
What's it? Don't kill yourself.
No,
That's a little dark, but God.
killing yourself is not illegal. Yeah, no. No, but they
Jesus.
They get a warning label put on belts. Yeah.
I honestly can't say I bought a belt in a while. So.
Warning: do not use as choker.
That's tough.
But
do you think anyone's actually died from a choker? Like, you know how girls wear chokers?
maybe if you like took like a rubber band and like twisted it.
Like,
I tell you what, these girls lately need to calm down.
No, I've seen guys put on their girlfriend's chokers, but their necks are much girthier, so it's like you see the veins start pulsing out. And I'm like, yeah, so I'm dying.
You couldn't catch me doing that. That's a little weird.
Yeah.
That's almost worse than wearing your girlfriend's underwear. Like wearing her choker. Are you serious? Like, what are you doing? Like, wear the underwear, right?
I do know a girl that had they were both small people, and her boyfriends would steal her hoodies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that.
Wait,
That's
are we
weird.
talking
I
about
like
a guy borrowing his girlfriend's choker? Who does that?
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like, it's almost less weird for like you to dress up in your girlfend's underwear.
Yeah.
You
Like,
keep hinting at that, like it's something.
Like,
just in case anyone seeing this podcast wants to date me, and I'll possibly wear your underwear. It's not off the table.
Is that what you got in the game for pussy? You got in the game for pussy.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's a real weird thing. That's like, dude, we've talked about it. Somebody talked about it tonight on their stand-up set. Was like that sort of thing, like that weird thing, like on porn. Like, that's a weird porn I see up, like,
the maid bit was good. I actually
the maid bit was great. The maid bit was great. But, like, it reminded me of, like, some of the weird shit, like, when you first type in Pornhub and, like, the opening page, you see some weird shit.
No, I also like that it's just the more insane the title. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're just trying to get you to, like, okay, I need to see this. Like, you know what I'm saying? The more, like,
No way.
Porn's so like crazy now. I don't even need to watch the videos.
Yeah, it's just
the thumbnail.
titles.
I just put when you put your thumb on the
and,
thumbnail,
like,
it plays the summary. So I'm just like, all right,
these are the highlights. It's just like
no ads.
You remember
chilling.
On demand on like the communications thing, you would go to the movie channel and be like, well, I would just sit there and watch the previews for every single movie instead of actually buying one of them.
Yeah,
dude, I had a buddy.
That's all you need nowadays. Every trailer shows you everything that happens in the fucking movie.
So I jokingly, my buddy told my parents pin code for fucking on demand to him, like when we were like drinking, watching TV one night when he slept over. This motherfucker, when I passed out, went and bought like 12 porns. And my parents got the bill the next month.
My friend slept over once, and he like had my iPad, and then there was booty clapping videos on YouTube.
My friend used to get his phone taken, and he would be like, "Can I borrow your iPad?" And he would use Snapchat on the iPad. Whenever he gave it to me back, there were like mass amounts of nudes in there, just like from like not him. Yeah, it's just dicks for days.
No. You're like, what?
No, so there was just like naked chicks, and like I delete all.
Yeah, this is not my business.
I am not. This is not for me. I'm not gonna harbor.
Who are these girls?
Yeah.
Why do you have a backlog that you just need to punch in and get like the matrix code?
How many females are there?
That's too many.
Have you ever brought a girl to an open mic as a date? Yeah.
Yeah, like the first time I hung out with this girl recently, I brought her. Not like recently, but
Yeah, because everyone said that's an awful idea, and I was like, I don't care.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, it works.
Dude,
like it's like they're gonna see your dirty laundry.
I don't know. People, I don't know. Normally, I feel like the people that like cast the most criticism in comedy aren't that
good.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't get it. They don't.
I mean, there's like a certain like you can have your opinions. Like it's fine to have your opinions and like be like I don't find that person funny.
Yeah, you can have your favorites. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's
like,
entitled to that. But
it's like the people that like I remember when I did Comedy Connection, it went so good.
Yeah,
my set went great, and then I come off and one of the first things that a comic said to me was "Don't sit down." Like don't.
Because you sat on stage.
Yeah, and I was like. Why not?
Go fuck yourself. Yeah,
there's a stool.
I just did this.
It's not a small coffee table. It's a stool. You sit in it.
You're literally killing the acid trip right now. I'm on a high of doing good. Okay,
I had to joke around the stool.
Yeah.
It was like
you made it.
What is it there to just? Are you supposed to just fuck this stool? You can't sit on it.
I sat on the stool. I was talking about taking shits, and I sat on the stool. I said, "This is the most stable stool I've had in a while."
Now,
that's funny.
How'd you get into the comedy? Did you do a bringer show?
Yeah, I did bringer.
And What about Mohegan? I went to Mohegan Sun and saw Bonnie
Mohegan.
McFarlane the other day. How'd you get into there?
So it's like,
I'm sorry, I'm asking for the
comics
keys to the kingdom right now because I've never done a.
We'll go on Facebook. It's on like.
That's what they keep saying. I have to blow the Zuckerberg.
Yeah, I feel like that's. I don't know. It's kind of hard to find. I couldn't find open mics for so long, dude. I didn't even think about Facebook until like a year ago. But you can find all open mics. Like I completely forgot Facebook existed.
For me, it was I had Al and Brianna on the podcast, the audio one. I met them, and then Al was like, "You're on Facebook. Here's a list of every open mic in the Northeast, like here to Maine to Boston, all of that shit."
I lived here.
Yeah, but I just love that I heard it spoken word. But
I lived here for like 2 years before I actually was able to do like stand up. I'd been coming here for a while, but like I was like living here for college, and like not until the end of my junior year, or no, end of my like the middle of senior year is when I like started doing open mics.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't find it. I used to call Comedy Connection.
Yeah, it just be like,
and ask if they knew of any, and I was like, I have no idea until someone sent me this guy Dylan's phone number, and he goes, "This guy does comedy or used to do comedy."
Yeah, he'll put you on.
Yeah, and I texted him, and he was like, "I don't do comedy. I quit after a year or something." And I was like, "Bitch." And
it's only weird if you stop. You know what I'm saying? You gotta.
I mean, respect to people who stop because it's
a drug.
So like, as somebody that doesn't do comedy, it's interesting to like listen to comics talk about that because like you watch a comic and you're like, wow, that person like has a ton of like, you know, like they're super confident, right? But like, then you like talk to a comic and like they struggle with that.
Oh, dude.
It's interesting to like hear that. Like it's hard to get up on that stage.
I can say stupid shit.
It is, but also some people should go up on that stage.
Yeah.
Like
everyone's scared to be that guy that's like, oh my god, I'm quitting comedy because I saw someone else do this. Like it's so disgusting. If I'm ever anything like that, I don't want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, like when people quit, they should because they're not funny. That's just like the plain honest shit. It's like there's some, and it sucks.
It's tough though.
It takes people a while. Like if you, I don't know, if you really love it, like you're gonna do it all the time.
Even if you bomb.
Even if you bomb and you don't want to. Like I was riding the bus to Askew a lot, and it was like I would be riding there. I'm just like, today fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And I'd just be on the bus for like 40 minutes, like probably sometimes standing because it would get so packed.
Yeah.
It smells like shit.
Oh yeah.
And like I would get to Askew and then I'd go up and I'd probably bomb and I'd be like, well, it was still worth it.
That's a brutal. Yeah, and also it's always worth it. After you get off stage and you're just like so happy you did it, and that high is what keeps you going. Even if it's like one person laughed that time. Even if it's a bomb, like it's still like it feels good to know that I like. It's like a workout, you know. Yeah. Sometimes a workout doesn't. You get your fucking reps in, you know. What I'm saying?
You hear a lot of big comics talk about it, like everybody's gonna bomb. Like you're not always gonna have the crowd with you.
No,
like,
it's about the room. It's about like walking in and them being in a good mood and shit.
Sometimes it's about the room. Sometimes it's about like the techniques of it. Sometimes the bit just fucking sucks.
But I feel like that's where crowd work comes in.
I remember. I'll never forget, there was like a Bill Burr video someone sent me, and he talked about how he like went over to do like a $2 mic in Texas, and the whole time he got maybe 30 seconds of being in stride. You know what I'm saying? Like he was actually like, he felt the pace and he could control it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels like you're learning a language, or like you're in a dream and suddenly it becomes a dream you can control. Like you know what I'm saying? There's a million different ways.
I think that's why I like comedy so much, because like my only control issues is like controlling a conversation.
Yeah.
I'm not a good listener. Only because I told myself that, but...
that was also...
That's a male problem, I think. I think we all struggle with that.
I don't know.
I can't write grammatically, so I knew I couldn't be a writer. And I just knew that this was like... They were like, oh, you can talk. You talk very articulately.
I always write. Like, I used to always, like, writing. I never, like I would originally... I started... my first stand-up... Like, time doing stand-up was in junior year of high school, and someone in my class, like, they were in my class where I wrote the children's book about a pedophile.
That's a real thing? You wrote the pedophile about called Man in the Van?
I called it, it was a book called The Man in the White Van. I was in my junior year of high school.
You understand
believe
that?
that's
You should
real.
publish that.
And
You could
I don't
probably
know
just-
where it is, dude. The whole thing rhymed.
Do you remember it though?
I remember, the only section I remember is little Kenny skipped down the street and he says, I love it when the trees sing with me. And then little Kenny came across a van, and out popped a man, and he said, hey little man, I'm Dan the Candy Man.
You did not.
Bro, you understand that teacher reading that with literally
Did
lost-
you
I
really
read it out loud in class.
Did they?
I
did,
presented it on a projector.
did your teacher really give you an A+?
Yeah.
Of course, are you kidding me? That is generational right there.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
never.
That will never happen again.
That
A
should be
man
made into a
making-
song.
No,
the
the-
lyrics of that should be made into a
No,
song because it
you
rhymes.
could just.
It was the best.
It's a children's book, and it's like all that anti-humor, or like, you know what I'm saying? It's like edgy but wholesome at the same time.
Oh no! And it was
Honestly,
at the end, it was a great PSA. It said,
No.
it said little Kenny like went to the police station and like
Turn the guy.
he said he found Dave the policeman or something.
Yeah.
And
And then he
then Dan the Candyman went to jail for a very long time. And
No.
it said, so remember, kids, don't take candy from
Dude,
strangers.
I got an idea right
But
now.
that okay, go ahead.
I got an idea because my man here, Jack Titty,
Uh
hit up my man 2 Chainz, the Titty
Oh.
boy, and get him to make a rap about this. Because
About
that,
the-
that
yeah,
could go
we
on.
got 2 Chains on the phone right now about this, but it reminds me of my friend was in like a sociology class, and they used to have like warning commercials about homosexuals. It was literally like, yo, like,
That's not real, is it?
no, it's literally real.
yeah,
It's in,
real.
it's in black and white, and like fucking,
yeah.
it's dead serious. And it's
Yeah.
like, it's just like, yeah, if your son is hanging out with the guy and you ask him to go fishing and stuff like that. If an older man seems too interested in your kid, keep an eye out because he could be a homosexual.
Oh
Like,
my god.
Insanity, but that's
Yeah,
just
dude.
what that jumped in.
Yeah, it's like
Yikes,
the,
I fish
that's
a
the
lot.
same as like the pop.
Yeah. Oh, this is a
Wait,
special
yeah.
kind of worm and fish we're doing today.
Yikes.
I gotta blow
That's
my
where my
nose.
dad got that from. That whole speech he gave me.
Who?
Really? Yikes.
I asked my dad one time, I was just joking with him, and I was like, yeah, what if I was gay? And he's like, I can only handle one gay kid, and your sister already got it.
It's pretty good.
That's kind of funny.
He's so funny, man. He says some fucked stuff.
Oh
but,
no,
like,
dude, my dad's way funnier than I'll ever be, dude.
Oh yeah, the best joke that my dad told me recently was he said, what's the first thing you do before you eat shaved pussy? Take off the diaper. I was like, Jesus Christ, and he goes, yeah, that was even far from me. I was like, you gotta go to confession for something, right? I mean, good Christians gotta sin, right? Good Catholics.
Good Catholics gotta sin.
You
That's,
got
So do you feel like you inherited that, or like you wanted to, like there's something about like him controlling a room like that that you wanted to be a part of?
No, it's not, well, I was the youngest, so I never had control over anything. Like I was,
Yeah, I was the youngest
I
as
was
well.
always
There might be some
fighting.
parallel. I wonder how
Pizza would come, we would get that big like party box, and I would like get there, and there's like half a breadstick and like just like the rim of like marinara sauce, and I'm like, I will save it. Yes.
It is tough for me.
Oh, usually they say you shower the youngest with attention and love, and you get all of it from everybody. Or were you like close in age with
No, I
them?
No, that's an only child thing.
That's an
That's what
only
I
child.
experienced.
They
You're
thought,
an only child?
they thought I ran away when I was like 7.
They thought you ran away?
Yeah, they thought I
But they
ran
just
away.
forgot where you were.
Yeah, dude. One time, no, deadass. Like, I love my parents. My family, they did the best they could, but there were like 5 of us, and we're all crazy. Like
Yeah.
at one point, my mom had to take my sister's door off its hinges. Like she didn't.
Like she had to break down to get in there, or just in
No,
general, they were
she
like,
just-
you can't have privacy.
She punished her by taking away her door for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's some Full House shit.
Yeah.
That's some like, you know what I'm saying, good family sitcom.
How rude.
One of my earliest memories.
I'm like, right?
Someone told me about like childhood memories, and I was like, one of my earliest memories is I woke up in my bunk bed, and there's like flashing red and blue lights out through my window shades. And I get up and I go down the stairs, and there's firemen in the house, going up to the fireplace and grabbing like charred logs and putting them in steel trash bins. And I'm like, I go up to my siblings around the stairs. I'm like, what happened? And they're like, oh, Mom threw a cardboard box in the fireplace. And the house almost burned down. And like at the time I was like, oh, okay. so we're good. And
Yeah,
then,
it's a
we're good.
Tuesday.
But like thinking back on it, I was like, no one woke me up.
They didn't go see.
They're like, what the fuck? I'm not in the emergency plan. We didn't update the emergency plan.
They said Titty can fend for himself. He's got that.
They're like, nah, the baby's got it. He's fine. He's probably at the neighbors eating Oreos right now. Like, he's gone.
It's an abundantly capable baby.
Yeah, he's capable.
He's a very, very smart
He's an
baby.
old
None
soul.
of us got brains, so you must have.
Oh, yeah,
He's
exactly.
an old soul. He's probably on the back porch smoking a cigar. 7-year-old.
Would you rather make a TV show or a movie?
Movie.
Movie?
Probably.
Yeah, because when you just said that...
No, I make a
described
TV show.
I liked your family thing. I just thought of a TV show called The Titties.
I like a TV show. Dude, our family
The Titty Show.
our family is like pretty. Yeah, we had a pool and like a water slide and a diving board.
Oh, that's a real
in New Jersey, and like, but now diving boards and water slides are legal for obvious reasons.
Yes,
'cause,
exactly.
Like, my brother, when he was in high school, he would be like, they would jump off the water slide into the pool, and like one time he did during a thunder and lightning storm, and I was really young. I was like 7 or so, and I said to my parents, I was like, why are they swimming when there's lightning? And I think it was like, my dad just, without missing a beat, just goes, because I want to fucking die. I was like, oh no. My mom goes, let him.
I think that's where the
They're
next
so
generation
stupid.
loses to us. Because our parents were fucked.
I mean, our parents...
They were best though.
Yeah,
like,
no, they're
Yeah,
really like...
they're the
But they were
best.
there for and they knew everything, you know what I'm saying? I always, like, now I have a voice in my head every time I come to the crossroads. It's like, this is exactly what my mom would say to do, this is exactly what my father
Oh,
would say to
same.
do.
Every
It just
day.
plays exactly in my head, and I'm grateful to have that, you know?
Oh yeah, nah, yeah.
Our parents were a different breed.
Built different. Randy Savage. God bless him.
Randy Savage. That's Randy Savage right there.
No. Oh, is this your
This
guest
is
from
my
your
teddy
podcast?
bear. Yeah,
Are we gonna take time to plug your?
This is my co-host.
Yeah.
He's my co-host.
Have you had that a long time?
I've had him for 4 or 5 years now.
Oh, that's basically as soon as you
Dude,
came
he's
here.
I brought him to raves. I went to like a club in Florida. He's got a jacket.
No, he's got the same trench that he was just wearing on stage. This is basically he comes home.
Is he also a gay sex detective?
No, this is this is the fatherhood in
He's a
2023.
Jedi.
You come home to a little form of you. But you go to raves. Like, can you enjoy a rave sober? Do you believe? 'Cause I'm supposed to interview an EDM
Yeah.
producer, and I want to ask him about that.
You
it's
can,
totally
but like
fine.
it's better on drugs.
It's better on
so
drugs.
much better because a major part of DJing, like in DJing history, ecstasy was a big part of why EDM and dubstep was
Popped
born.
off. Yeah, it's just
Yeah. Because they could get experimental with it, and people on ecstasy were just like,
Fuck yeah!
music! Like,
Wub, 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 wub. Yeah, right, bro.
Mentally, your brain, like,
You
with
fucking
the chemicals
said
in
all.
it, is like there.
Well,
Yeah,
it's just like
that's-
motherfuckers
that's
taking
the-
acid listening to the
Because
Beatles.
ecstasy lights up your brain chemistry, and EDM music is like, when you listen to music, every part of your brain lights up.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and EDM
Which is why
such a
Molly is
manic-
also a big deal.
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
It's
Because Molly hypes
It's-
you up too,
exactly.
so it's like, it's
And
mixed.
it's up. You can draw parallels to, like, they call it the sexual revolution when they invented the condom, and as soon as
Yeah.
you could start fucking, that wasn't for procreation.
And then our
Or
generation.
do you think, like, I don't
I
know.
love it. Ecstasy is great, dude.
Yeah, I like to imagine, like, ancient peoples, like, before they understood, like, did they always think you had a risk of getting pregnant, or do you think they figured out the pull-out method early on?
I think.
Like, until
I just
someone
don't-
explained it to them.
They probably-
Honestly,
You think they're
so, like,
like-
I'm gonna think about this.
They
I'm
don't
gonna think
care.
about our generation.
I don't think they care.
I'm gonna think about me first.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
gonna-
gonna die at 30. They didn't give a flying.
Everyone's
Honestly,
Everyone's thought
Why
process
pull
was
out?
procreate for God. Yeah, like the whole like for most people it was like, well, God wants us to like procreate. You know?
I am God's
Honest-
gift to the world, and I need to give another me to the world to do his duty
Exactly.
for God.
Another him.
I mean, if you do
Another
it right,
done.
she'll just tell you
Hey.
not to pull out, and you just don't. So.
Once you don't pull out, you're
That's why I
just-
love condoms. You don't have to pull out.
Yeah.
Unless you're extra paranoid.
I don't really care. To this day, I don't have a kid that I know of.
I got a kid right here.
I don't got a kid that I know of.
Do you
so.
believe you're gonna procreate and make a little titty?
Just a little titty.
Little titty, big nipple.
I don't know if I don't feel like I have to.
Yeah,
I
you
got
don't really.
nephews, so
Oh, exactly. My nephew's a way better person than I could ever raise.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, they're really young though. I got 5 nephews in the past 2 years.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's like it's nuts.
Do you have a
Your siblings are
favorite?
going crazy.
What?
Do you have a favorite?
Um,
Well, they don't really have personalities yet. They're pretty young. Huh?
I have 2 right now because the rest of them are kind of like I have 3 right now. Logan, Mason, and Chase. I like Jake too, but he's like really shy. He doesn't like me yet.
Yeah, you gotta grow on it. You know what I'm saying?
Only one of Mason. I only like Mason. I like Mason a lot because he knows I'm Uncle Titty now. Or, no.
He knows he was Uncle Titty.
He
He's
knows
like
I'm
Uncle Titty.
Jack. He calls me Uncle Jack, and I'm like, yes.
No, my nephew came when I hosted Askew, and he stayed there for the entire time, which is a brutal thing if you know. Askew,
Yeah.
basically. Have you gone to a mic at Askew yet?
No.
Oh, dude, you did great tonight. I'm gonna say as an audience member, I really was impressed.
Dude,
that you kept enthusiasm.
Dude, I love comedy. I genuinely enjoy it. Like, I see humor in a lot of things.
Do you ever, like, people say if you love something, never do it because you'll ruin
That's
it.
why I'm afraid of ever trying comedy. Because, like, I think I can be funny, but, like, I thoroughly enjoy it to the point where, like, I just enjoy watching
No, you
it.
showed me that guy with the afro. I'm definitely gonna look into him. He seemed pretty
Oh,
interesting. What's his
Jay
name?
Dureta?
Yeah.
Dude, he's so funny.
Do you have, like, a top...
I love that, dude. Like, you're our best audience. Man.
No, dude, because, like, literally Pat said it to you at the end. He was like, I'm playing to you, man.
Dude, it's
like...
I feel like it's a big part about comedy. Like, people that thoroughly
Well, we need
enjoy
humans, basically.
Yeah, like
We're
people
like
who
animals.
enjoy comedy, like have a sense of humor. They get the jokes. Like
Mhm.
it's okay for a joke. So like as somebody that enjoys comedy, it's okay for a joke to be offensive.
Yeah.
Like, it's completely okay. Like you can find the humor in it,
Mhm.
but you can also see like where in like normal situations where it's kind of wrong, but like
Yeah.
it's a joke. Like it's not supposed to be taken seriously.
It's kind of like, it's also supposed to scratch that weird place of, did he really say that?
Yeah,
As opposed
exactly.
to being like, I reject this.
Well,
we need
that's-
to go kill this man.
so
Now
like that's one thing like I really appreciate about like someone like Matt Rife.
Yeah.
Who can make a joke that it's an off-color joke. It's
Yeah.
I thought
He's
it was
also
funny.
Jack, so no one can try and kill him.
Well, there's that, and like every woman on earth loves the guy.
Yeah.
But like, you know, like what he did, where he makes an off-color joke on his Netflix special, and
I have not watched 1 minute of his shit.
it's actually really funny.
Okay, continue though.
It is
Off-color
funny.
joke? Can you tell me the off-color joke?
I don't know the joke.
Verbatim.
Was
Verbatim.
it the domestic?
Yeah, it was a domestic
that
violence
one was
joke.
like he said something about how this girl had a black eye, this hostess, and he said, I'm like skipping through it.
What
Yeah,
she do
like-
to deserve that?
He said like they were like his friend
It's
said
so
I
funny
wish
part.
they like put her in like the kitchen or something so she didn't have
Yeah,
like,
like,
and then he goes, well I think if she could cook she wouldn't have that black eye.
yeah,
No, that's
that's
pretty tongue-in-cheek, yeah.
it's tongue in cheek, but like his reaction to like people that like responded badly to it was hilarious in my eyes because like he went on his Instagram and be like, "I'm sorry if I offended anybody. If you go to
No,
the
you can't
slip."
apologize. You can't admit defeat. Ever.
Well, like,
Fuck
that's
that.
like the best part.
Die
is,
on the
like,
hill.
He's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
well, no, but
die on
the
the
link
hill.
that he put was to like a special needs helmet. The links, which was like,
Right.
I thought it was gold because
Yeah.
it's like, fuck you if you're really gonna get that way about a joke, like fuck you.
It's also, people have phones so they can record it and document it. So, Jack, can you give me like your 3 major comedic influences growing up, like your favorite comics you listen to?
That's for that's funny. The first ever comic I like clip. First time I ever saw stand up was Jeff Dunham.
That's pretty good. No,
It was on
dude,
a
puppets
Dell
were...
computer.
Dude, it's something, bro.
It was only the Akbar clip, and
Yeah.
it was like it was.
Silence, I'll kill you.
It was only that clip. It was like a short, super. It was like a 10-second long clip or
Yeah.
two. No,
That's the
it was
first
like,
clip I ever saw of him was
Yeah.
it was on a Dell computer. It was a family computer, and it was on AOL. I couldn't find it. I would always like yell at
You were
someone.
trying
I'd
to
be like,
find it, yeah.
I'd be like, "Get Akbar, get Akbar." I was like super young. I was like 6 or
Dude,
something.
Nice.
I remember the first time I saw him. I was like on a family vacation. My cousin had seen him.
You saw him
Yeah.
live?
No. Like my cousin showed me on YouTube that guy with the
puppets
with the Akbar guy.
Yeah, I also I wonder when he found ventriloquism. Like, did he just decide? Like, he was like
he started.
he found.
I
It's
think
like
he
he had
started
your
with
bear.
puppeteering.
Like,
I think he started with puppeteering, and people were like, "You're funny," and he started making bits about it.
But it's just interesting because he still has that wall. That dude said the N word a lot, and he just had a puppet between him and it, and enough people laughed that it was okay.
Dude, yeah, it's crazy,
Insane.
right? You wouldn't get away with it nowadays.
Could they stop him, bro? He's really. Those puppets were fucking funny, bro.
Dude,
Those are
I
some
think, you
powerful
know what,
fucking-
nowadays though, there are people who beat that. Like, I mean, real mainstream people who've, like, gotten around that.
How do you feel?
Maybe.
How do you feel about any publicity is good publicity? Like, do you think there's a comic? Do you think there's
I
a comic
really-
that got canceled and it worked to their favor?
Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis is a prime
Shane
example.
Gillis got fired from SNL within 6 hours of being there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't like
Because he
SNL
said
personally.
he said the Asian slur. And,
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
but like it was like he was doing a dumb joke. And it
Was he
like,
at like the table?
No, it was,
working,
it was
or
on a podcast
Oh,
from
yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And they canceled him for that, and like since then he's like,
He's blown up.
yeah,
but
like and for good reason. It's fucking hilarious.
I'm too edgy for SNL. Watch my special. My brother and nephew are going to see him like next
He's
week.
so good, dude.
He's funny. He's
He
like
is so
he's one of my favorite people like to listen to.
Yeah, because
Even if he's on a podcast, like
No, it's because podcasts are interesting because you need someone that has like a lot of energy. Because like I love Doug Stanhope and Bert Kreischer or Bill Burr. I often hear Bill Burr do the same story. Because I'll listen to him on another podcast and I'll do the same story over again. But there's some people they're just like feels like they just forget to mention shit. They just never stop having that infinite well of
like
oh yeah, that happens
like,
if I get too high.
yeah.
That- I feel
oh,
like
you get
that's-
caught in the loop, kind of.
All
I
the
feel like
time.
that's Tom and Christina. Like
Oh yeah.
they're like that.
Christina's
Both
funny.
of them are like that.
Yeah.
Like they're.
I really
so
should
funny
listen to
that
more
way.
comedy podcasts, considering I have one, but I really don't.
Do you listen to their podcast?
I listen to the Doug Stanhope podcast.
Dude, listen to
the
At Your
fantasy
Mom's
football
House.
guys. At your mom's house?
At Your Mom's House.
I've also been told to listen
funny.
to
This
Tiger
is such
Belly.
a meta conversation right now.
Okay.
We're on a pod. No, that's not.
We're on a podcast discussing
The
podcasts.
podcast within the podcast.
We're
No, but,
discussing podcasts on a podcast right now.
It is kind of wild.
Did
Like,
you ever
are
have-
you enjoying this viewing experience? You should tune into a different one.
Have
You
you
should
ever?
tune into the podcast we're talking about.
Come on down to Toyota today and we'll tell you about how good Chevy is.
God damn it. So good. Have you ever considered making a podcast?
I have one now, but
Oh wait, yeah, you made a podcast.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
it's not really. I don't even think of it as a podcast. I mean, it is, but it's like I just call it ramblings because I'm just rambling. It's me talking to myself for 20 minutes. So
You do that every day, all the time.
No, I do. Well, yeah. You know, Bobby, the owner of Kinsmen, he said to me, I was like, I try and put on weight, but I just can't. Like, I stay skinny, and like, I'm trying to gain some weight, and I'm like small, and he goes, well, you probably burn it all off talking to yourself.
So how did you get a mic happening?
I had to go. I went there. I skated there.
Classic.
And I went in and I was like, hey, do you know when the owner's in, or if I could like leave my number for him? She goes, he's right there. and Bobby just like turns over and he's always in the chair. And he has it like at his side, so he like he has it behind him and he swings over, puts his arm on the bar and grabs the chair in front of him, so he's got two arms.
Ready for work.
Yeah, and he's like, what do you want?
He's punched in.
He's a
What do
big
you
guy.
want?
Yeah.
He's this big like he's a bald dude, but he looks like he's born bald. You know?
Like it's always been him.
Like
The
he
Rock.
never had hair.
Like The
Rock
Rock,
on
yeah,
the
you
wall,
can't picture
you know?
him with hair.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like why is he wearing a wig? When did The Rock get a perm? This is weird. I don't like this.
Made it to a
But
thumb.
and he's like
picture of him
intimidating
now.
too. When you guys, if you can, one of these Fridays you'll meet Bobby. But Bobby,
Yeah.
he's such a great guy to have on your side.
Mm-hmm.
But meeting him is so intimidating because he looks at you like his eyes are flexing. You know, like
Oh,
he's
yeah,
like.
he's scrutinizing.
He's like, what do you?
I can see the bullshit. I like that you shut
Oh, he
your eyes
reads
before
right.
you do it.
He reads right through that shit, and I've seen him like.
But what was your pitch? You said, I'm Jack Titties. Let me do stuff here.
I was talking. No, it's like I was talking. I said my name is John Imperatore, and I was like trying to be real formal with him, but I was like real scattered. I like dropped my notebooks on the bar, and I had a backpack on. I was like fucking whalers. And
I'm supporting your business.
Yeah, I was like, hey, so, what's an off night for you guys? And he's like, Fridays. And I was like, perfect. It was like, I need, so I do stand-up comedy. He's like, you're a funny guy? You make me laugh?
Yes.
I was like,
Make me laugh, funny man.
I've had to do that with like 2 bar owners now. Like one bar owner.
Do you have like the quick shot joke? Do you want to burn it right now?
I just like talk to them for 5 minutes, and within like 5 minutes, I can make them laugh. But like,
That explains why we're friends.
No, but I like that as opposed to
enough
being
time.
like them saying "be funny, man" and staring at you.
a
silently.
girl did that to me. A manager of a bar. She looks over at me and she goes, "You're Jack," and I go, "Yeah," and she goes, "Come over here, funny guy." And I sat down with her. She's like this middle-aged Italian woman. She's so sweet. And like she's like, all right. She sat down.
You talked about this on the
and
podcast.
she goes, all right, be funny, and just goes like this. And like, I was like, oh shit. Like I don't know how to be funny. I don't know. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Basically, I steal the chef jokes, so the chefs have like really just disgusting one-beat jokes, and I usually say that.
Don't say you stole someone's joke. Just say it's your joke.
What's the difference between jam and jelly?
You can't steal a joke out of my ass.
But it's like those are the ones that like everyone's heard. But even if you look at that person in the food service industry for 10 years, they're gonna crack that smile because they'll remember the first time they used it. I mean, that was pretty good. I mean, we can wrap it up here. Do you have anything you want to plug? Stone Snail.
I used to, when I worked in a kitchen, they used to call me Me Off.
That's so corny, it's fucking funny.
The chef would walk in the back, it'd be like 2 a.m. and I'm like washing dishes still, and the chef would just walk in the back with the drink and go, "Jack me off to the ball game, jack me off to the crowd. I'm using peanuts and Fapper Jacks."
If you want this live, you can catch him at
What, Kingsman? Oh no, next
not next Friday. This drops in 2 weeks.
Alright, you can catch me at come to Kinsman in Bristol, Rhode Island, Friday nights at 9. Come at 8:30, you fucks.
8:30, you weren't even fucking
I'll
there.
be there at 8:30 this time. I had to shit so bad. It was good shit. Very good shit. And then shows. I'm at this. I don't even know it. I don't know.
Rejects Brewing Company.
Follow me at John Imperatore. It's John, confusing ass last name.
Don't ask.
You got 2 minutes. Spell it.
John, Imperatore.
That's
You
it.
can remember that, and then
I'll be there laughing.
he'll be there. His Fu Manchu will come with.
Fu Manchu in the building.